let's talk about the Swedish K. I'm not going to go into the history of this rifle, or this submachine gun to be precise. I'm just going to talk about this version. This is called the M45B. There's other versions, but this is the one that was generally used until, I believe, 2004. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, please. Could have been later in the Home Guard. Not sure about that. Numbers and names, never gonna remember either of those. Anyway, so this is an open bolt machine gun, which means it's basically really easy. If you have like a drill and a press, you can make one of these yourself. But this one is generally considered one of the best ones. This one is modified for competition. Well, not really that many modifications to be made to this rifle. Actually, I think they look like this. Anyway, the thing I'm thinking about is this. You can put this on, or you're supposed to put this on when you're shooting at the shooting range, so you don't throw brass at your neighbor, which is annoying. So this is just a piece of metal that's spring-loaded latch that's put there with this metal band thing. So it's really basic. Everything is pretty basic with this, but it's ingeniously done. It has a really good folding stock. It locks up tight. And you put it forward like that, and you put it back like that. This version of this submachine gun has a reinforced locking piece here. You can see this black part hooks up there. You have to push this in. Just going to check so the bolt is forward. Yes, it is. You push this in, and then you turn the black part, and then you just remove the cover, remove the recoil spring, and remove the really big and heavy bolt. So this is an open bolt machine gun, so those have heavy bolts, if you didn't know that. Just put back the recoil spring, and let's see if I can do this without dropping anything. There you go. Let's function test, nothing in the chamber. Yeah, it works. So it fires from an open bolt. You see the bolt is open and it's locked here. And then you fire it. And when it does that, if it has a loaded magazine inside, it picks up the bullet, then fire it, and then it just goes back and forth until you let go of the trigger. And the trigger mechanism is basically a bar going up, locking back the bolt. Here you can see it locks back the bolt. And when I push the trigger down like that, the bar goes down, the bolt flies forward, picks up around from the magazine and fires it, and just keeps going back and forth and firing until I let go. And when I let go, it locks up the bolt again. Super simple. This has some safety features. It doesn't have a cross-bolt safety or anything like that. At the shooting range, this is safe. If you have it like this and drop it, let's see if I can simulate that. Well, it's kind of drop safe, but don't count on that. It has a travel mode. The bolt handle, you press it in, and it goes through a hole here. Don't know if you can see this. I might try to zoom it in. There it goes, and that locks into the tube frame of the gun. So the bolt can't move. That's the travel mode. It has 3 different sight blades for 100 meter, 200 meter and 300 meters. And 300 meters is kind of optimistic, but it's done and it works. This is sighted in for 100 meters right now, and to use this we use M39B ammunition, and that's this. It comes on stripper clips. It's usually 6 in a row and 6 rows, so 6 by 6, because these stick magazines carry 36 rounds. And you use this loader for it, where you just put it in, and it's gravity fed into the mechanism, put in the magazine, and then you just push up and down on this. And you can load a magazine in seconds this way. And it comes in these boxes. And these boxes come in these thick plastic bags, which in turn compact 2 and 2 in cardboard boxes. So it's a really nifty machine gun, and with a sight tool you can set the sight here, and don't know if you can see this, but you can adjust this for windage and elevation. You can also remove the barrel. You just unscrew this nut, remove the barrel thing that goes up, and then you can just remove the barrel like a Lucy or whatever. So that's pretty much it about this. I can talk a little bit about the magazines as well. If you can see this, they're wider at the back than at the front. Compare this to any stick magazine and you will notice a difference. Most are just rectangular. This is for Arctic conditions, so dirt and snow and ice doesn't impact the feeding of the bullets. And these are extremely good. They have witness holes at the back as well for 14, 24 and 36 rounds. You can remove the magazine plate here as well if you need to clean them. Just use a tool. These are really good. They do not lock up tight. And it's a really nice machine gun. I'm going to do some more. Perhaps I'll do another video about the history of it or stuff like that. I'll put in some shooting videos as well. Okay. Have a nice day.